For part 4 of my Wallabies Fightback series, I'm going to look at the Wallabies kicking in general play. I really have to question some of the Wallabies' decision making and the execution of their general play kicking. Early in the first match against the All Blacks, the Wallabies need to get field position, but Barnes goes for the short kick. Even if he executes this perfectly, there's very little chance the Wallabies get the ball back, and all it does is give the All Blacks good field position. At the end of the first half in that match, Genia has the opportunity to put this ball into touch, and that'll be the half-time break. But a poorly executed kick gives the ball back to the All Blacks and gives them a free opportunity to attack right on half-time. You can't give them opportunities like that. Early in the second half of that match, the Wallabies get a turnover and there's an opportunity for a counter-attack. Fainga takes the decision to kick through, which is probably not a bad one, but the execution's poor. He needed to put that ball deep so the Wallaby chasers had time to pin the All Blacks back on their own line. On this occasion, Barnes receives the ball in the middle of the field and decides on a cross-field kick. I really don't know what he was trying to achieve here. Most of the players are in front of him, so there are very few chasers, and the gain in ground is negligible. To me, that's just kicking for the sake of kicking. Again, on this occasion, the Wallabies have the ball within their 22. Barnes needs to put the kick out, but there's good pressure from the All Blacks' defence, and once again, the Wallabies fail to find touch, giving the All Blacks a free run back on counter-attack. Here's one of the few good kicks by the Wallabies. Genia identifies that there's space, and the kick is well executed. It's into open territory, the ball goes out, and actually gains the Wallabies a fair chunk of territory. In the second match, with the score still at 0-0, the Wallabies need a good long kick to get out of their own territory, but Barnes opts for a short kick in behind the All Blacks line. There was very little chance the Wallabies were going to regather that ball, and all it's done is give the All Blacks great field position. And then with the Wallabies in great attacking position, Barnes takes the option for a short kick in behind the ruck. Now all of the Wallabies on that side of the field are in front of the kicker, making it very hard to put an effective kick chase together. I really don't understand what Barnes was trying to achieve here. You get so few good attacking opportunities against the All Blacks, you can't afford to waste them like this. When Barnes receives the ball in this clip, his first thought is to kick, but fortunately looks up and realises that there's some opportunity out wide. Ashley Cooper ends up with the ball, and I would have preferred to see him take this ball into contact and the Wallabies recycle it for another phase. But if you're going to take the option to kick, it's got to be executed better than that. Now late in the game, the All Blacks have already got it wrapped up, so the decision by Beale to kick this ball is not such a major issue. But the execution's poor. It's not short enough that there's any chance for either Ashley Cooper or Beale to recover it, and all it does is give the All Blacks good field position again. In this clip, the ball goes wide to Ashley Cooper, and given that once he's in space his support players are in traffic, the kick's not a bad option, but once again the execution is dreadful. You really have to wonder how much kicking practice the Wallabies do at training. And finally, we all know that a kick is only as good as its chase. If the Wallabies are going to chase their kicks like this, then there's no point kicking the ball, they'd be better off keeping it in hand. When it comes to the Wallabies kicking, there are far too many decision-making and execution errors.